All right. Well, I'm going to try not to. Yeah, you got it. I'm going to have to stay pretty close to scriptures. The song was precious. Man, I got to, much like all of us, I got to watch this develop and get to this point. And the honor of being able to officiate this wedding is huge for me. So, thank you guys. All right, I'm going to just get this ready. Now I'm all business. If it were possible to begin this ceremony by gathering together all wishes of happiness for Cheryl and Chad, if we could gather together those precious wishes of affection and our very fondest hopes and turn them into music, we would be listening now to a most inspiring anthem, where it would be composed of the most harmonious notes possible to produce. But even though this is not possible, just speaking of it should assure Chad and Cheryl that our hearts are attuned to theirs in these moments so meaningful to all of us. For what greater thing is there for two human souls than to feel they are joined together to strengthen each other in all labor, to minister to each other in all sorrow, and to share with each other in all gladness. Marriage is an act of faith and personal commitment, as well as a moral and physical union between the parties. Marriage has been described as the best and most important relationship that can exist between two human beings. And the construction of their love and trust into a single growing energy of spiritual life. It is a moral commitment that requires and deserves daily attention. Take it from me. Pay attention. Marriage should be a lifelong consecration to the ideal of loving kindness, backed with the will to make it last. In this, Eric also, because I just want to say that in all the shit that we're going through right now in the world, here, this is the power of the human soul, the love that gets us through. And if we all can hold on to that love into each other, we'll make it through all this bullshit, and some things won't get canceled. So, fucking right. True love gives nothing but itself, and takes nothing but itself. Love does not possess, nor will it be possessed. For love is sufficient unto love. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself, and to awaken at dawn with a winged heart, and give thanks for another day of loving. To rest at noon and meditate love's ecstasy, to return home at eventide with gratitude. And then to sleep with a prayer for the beloved in your heart and a song and the praise of your lips. Chad, Cheryl, in order that all who are present here may know your solemn intent to enter into the covenant of marriage, I ask you, Chad, will you take Cheryl to be your wedded wife, to love, to cherish, to continue to bestow upon her your heart's deepest devotion?
I most certainly do.
And will you, Cheryl, take Chad to be your wedded husband, to love, to cherish, to continue to bestow upon him your heart's deepest devotion? Nice. It's always a part of sweat. So two people do not live in isolation. Their love is the source of strength with which they nourish not only each other, but also the world around them. And in turn, we, as their community of family and friends, as representatives of the world community, take on the responsibility to support their marriage and the family they're creating today. Okay? So, this is for all you guys out here. Will you, who are present here today, surround Cheryl and Chad in love, offering them the joys of your friendship, and supporting them in their marriage?
We
will.
I do.
All right. We come to the point of the ceremony where you're going to say your vows to one another. But before we do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted on faith, trust, and acceptance, is the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume. If you are able to keep the vows you take here today, not because of any religious or civic law, but out of a desire to love and be loved by another person fully, without limitation, then your life will have joy, and your home will be a place in which you will grow contentment and responsibility. All right. You're first, buddy.
All right, Cheryl, I love you. I love you. You're my best friend. Today I give you myself to you in marriage. I promise to encourage, inspire you to laugh with you in times of joy, and comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to love you in good times and bad, when life seems hard. When our love is simple, and when there's an effort, I promise to cherish you, and I'll always hold you in the highest regard. These things will do today and all the days of my life. I promise to always to treat you with kindness, dignity, and respect, but mostly love. Yeah.
Chad, I love you. You're my best friend. I give myself to you in marriage. Promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you in times of joy, and to comfort you in times of sorrow. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems hard. When our love is simple, and when it is not. I promise to cherish you, and to always hold you in the highest regard. These things I give to you today, and always.
The wedding ring is an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual bond which unites two loyal hearts in endless love. It is a seal of the vows that Chad and Cheryl have made to one another. Acknowledge these rings that Chad and Cheryl, who give them and who wear them, may ever abide in peace, living together in unity, love, and happiness for the rest of their lives. All right. So you repeat after me as you say. Cheryl. Remember her name?
Cheryl,
Okay. I give you this ring
give me this ring
as a symbol of our vows,
as a symbol of our vows,
and with all that I am
and all that I am,
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I be
I
wed.
be wed.
Chad. Chad, I give you this ring
Chad, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our vows,
as a symbol of our vows,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am,
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
With this ring, I be wedded.
Is it too tight?
Now, you will feel no rain. For each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold. For each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons with life and love before you. May beauty surround you in all in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion and your days together be good and long upon the earth. Treat yourselves and each other with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. And when frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not only the part that seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms and clouds, hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And as each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. When preparing for a ceremony a few years ago, I came up with a couple of definitions that I thought I would share with you guys about marriage and what's, definitions of a successful marriage. Some of it's, makes sense, but I just want to say it out loud. The first one is that marriage is not so much finding the right person, but being the right person. The second is that marriage is best assured when, instead of looking at each other, the two of you look out in the same direction. And the third, and for some of us the truest one, is that a successful marriage is one in which the husband knows when to remember and the wife knows what to forget. Chad, Cheryl, you're two flames, and today we become one light. May you always walk together, and may you always walk towards the light. Well, inasmuch as you have each pledged to the other your lifelong commitment, love, and devotion, and have declared your unity by the giving and receiving of rings, I, as an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church, and with the approval of all those present, now pronounce you husband and wife. Chad, I kiss you.
Real quick, I want to present a toast to my new stepmother. Although one of them looks that way. I'll let you know the happiest person in this man's life. So, on behalf of
Is anybody toastless?
Yeah, there you go.
Cheryl?
We need a laugh.
Anybody else? What is that?
Chad and Cheryl.
I'd like to make a toast to my new brother-in-law. Long time coming, brother. We're so happy you're part of our family, and we're so happy that you guys love each other so much, and you brought some love and joy into her life for the first time in a really long time. I've been rooting for you from the get-go. This happened, you know?
Amen.
So, you know, welcome to the crazy family. And in our family, we don't hide our crazy. We park it on the front porch and give it a cocktail.
I do have a little something I would like to share with everybody. Listen to these two beautiful people found each other. It was at a music festival, I believe Sunbanks, and the two of you laid eyes on each other. And Chad shared with me a little bit when he saw her. And then, you know it's genuine when you see the way that these two look at each other. And don't make me cry, okay?
Toilet paper for
I got a couple of stash. So I couldn't be happy for these two, and I'm sure that all of you are too. And I'd like to thank everybody for some came from long distances and some not so, you know. Minnesota, Alaska. Very good. Chad and Cheryl.
We love the motherfucking shit out of you!
Oh my God. Oh, poor Kenzie, don't say it.
That's right.
Are you okay, sweetie?
She's happy. She's so happy. Oh, yeah. No, it's the attention. No.
Yeah, before it gets weird, I just take a quick second to thank everybody for coming, making the effort to get over here, and you know, it means the world to us to see all of you. I mean, we've crossed paths, we've shared, we've hugged, we've laughed, we've loved, and we've stood in front of a stage, and this is kind of where this is all born from. And there'll be plenty more stages to come, like Billy said. Some things ain't going nowhere. We'll get through all this bullshit together, and we'll do it all with love. Thank you so much for coming. We love you.